Worksheet number 5 of level 1. So what is echo, children? Echo is a type of reflected sound. Is it reflected or refracted? Reflected sound. Echo is nothing but a reflected sound. Note itself is called as your echo. Well, to hear distinct echo, the minimum distance between the reflecting surface should be. So we are the listeners. So what should be our minimum distance? 17 meters. The minimum distance must be about 17 meters. Okay, between the listener and the obstacle, it must be 17 meters. Third one, which one of the following material will reflect sound better? So thermocol is not a good reflector. Curtain made from cloth, not at all. Steel, yes, steel reflects more when compared to the paper, curtain or thermocol. So these will absorb some amount of sound waves, whereas steel completely reflects the sound. That means steel is a hard substance. Always harder substance reflects more. So option number 3. Moving to the next one. Multiple echoes are also called as multiple echoes. Continuously, one after the other, one after the other. One is overlapped over the other as if the sound is being prolonged. This continuous echoes itself is called as a reverberation. Hence, the correct answer is reverberation. An echo of the sound produced can be heard only if it reaches our ear after how many seconds, children? 1/10th of a second. So the correct answer is 1/10th of a second. A minimum sound gap, time gap must be 1/10th of a second to distinguish between two different sounds. Now the next level question, 6th one. A man standing near a cliff with a seconds pendulum fires a gun when the pendulum is at the mean position, and hears the echo when it just reaches the extreme position. If the speed of the sound is 340 meters per second, calculate. Before starting with, let us picturize this. So what is given, children? Here, so this man standing near a cliff. So what is he having? He is having a seconds pendulum. Children, do you know what is seconds pendulum? Pendulum is different, seconds pendulum is different. Pendulum means something which oscillates to and fro. It's called as a pendulum. Okay, whose time period is 1 second. This is a simple pendulum. A simple pendulum time period is generally 1 second. But seconds pendulum means the time period of a second pendulum is 2 seconds. So that means if it starts from one particular position to go to the one other extreme position, coming back to mean position, again to this extreme position and coming back to the. So in order to complete one complete oscillation, it takes 2 seconds. Seconds pendulum takes 2 seconds. This you need to understand. He fires a gun when the pendulum is at the mean position. Where is the pendulum? At the mean position. Okay, something like this. The gun is fired. And here's the echo when it just reaches the extreme position. So this is your extreme position, mean position, extreme position. If it comes here, this is also called as your extreme position. So from here to here, in order to reach from here to here, how much time it may take? Because here to here, here to here, 1, here to here, totally 2 seconds. Only from here to here is 1 second. Only one part is 0.5 seconds. Okay. That means complete oscillation from middle to extreme to middle to extreme to middle takes 2 seconds. Only from middle to extreme and coming back 1 second. Only to extreme, half second. Okay. That means half second here, half second here. Half second here, half second here. The half second, half second, half second, half second. Totally 2 seconds. So what is given means a man standing near a cliff with his seconds pendulum fires a gun when the pendulum is at its mean position. And here's the echo. The sound of the gun is again reflecting back after striking the obstacle. When it just reaches the extreme position. Then what is the time, children? Only half second. When it just reaches the extreme position, how much time was passed? Only half second. If the speed of the sound is given as 340 meter per second, speed is given as 340 meter per second, calculate his distance from the cliff. So you're asked to find the distance from this cliff. Children, we have already discussed that the relation between the distance, speed and time is d equals to v into t by 2. What is the formula? D is equals to v into t by 2. So what is the value of v given? Speed of the sound is given as 340. The time taken is half second whole upon 2. So if you simplify this, let us see what happens. This is 170 and again this 2 goes 8 to 16 and 5. So the final answer for D, the distance between these two is 85 meters. So here the second option must be true. Got it, children? So, well, let us move to the next question, third question. I hope concept is clear, children. The only confusion is your seconds pendulum. And seconds pendulum from mean to extreme, how much time it takes? Half second. Okay. And the formula between D, V and T is D is equals to Vt by 2. Substitute the value of V as 340, T as half second, by 2, you'll get the answer. Okay. So let us move to the next question, children. Seventh question. A man standing at a distance of 255 meters from a cliff. So let us imagine, picturize this. So take a cliff and here is a man. So what is given means the man stands at a distance of how much? 255 meters from the cliff. That means the distance between the man and the cliff was given as 255 meters. So let me write down D equals to 255 meters. Fires a gun and hears an echo after 1.5 seconds. So after firing a gun, he again hears the echo. And how much time it took? The time taken to hear an echo was given as 1.5 second. So let us convert this into fractions, children. How to convert means 1.5 into 10 upon 10. What is 1.5 into 10? It is 15 upon 10. So if you simplify this, 5 2s and 5 3s, hence 1.5 can also be written as 3 by 2 seconds. The value of 1.5 is equals to 3 by 2 seconds. Keep it aside. What will be the velocity of sound? Children, we understood that the velocity of sound V is equals to 2D by T. V equals to 2D by T, T equals to 2D by V. So, velocity of sound is taken as 2D by, as we know the formula, V equals to 2D by T. Substituting the values, we have 2 into value of D is 255 upon the value of T is 3 by 2. Okay. So, this denominator, take it the upper value, then you have 2 into 255 whole upon 3 and this 2 comes up like this. Okay, simplify this. We have this 3 goes how many times, children? 8 3 is 24 and 5 3 is 50. So 85 into 2 into 2. So how much is that? 85 into 2 is 170. 170 into 2 is 340 meter per second. Hence, the correct option is option number 2, that is 340 meter per second. Clear? So well, let us move to the next question, that is question number 8. Yes. A boy stands 85 meters in front of a high wall. So what is given? A high wall is there. In front of that high wall, a boy is there. Okay. And then what is the distance they have given you? The distance between the boy and the wall is 85 meters. So the value of D is given as 85 meters. Calculate the time interval when he hears an echo. Just now we have discussed that the value of V equals to 2D by T. What is that? V equals to TD by T, or exchanging this, T can be written as 2D by V. The formula for T as 2D by V. So it asks you to find the time interval. So what formula do we need to use, children? T must be equals to 2D by V. This is 2 into D itself is given as 85 upon speed of sound V is given as 340 meters. So simplifying this further, let us see how much it comes. So just now we calculated that 85 goes 4 times. Okay. So this must be equals to 2 upon 4. So 2 upon 4 is again 1 upon 2. So what is the final value, children? It is equals to 1 upon 2 or 0.5 seconds. So how much time it takes for this echo to be heard by the boy? It takes 0.5 seconds, and hence the correct option must be option number 1. Simplify. Well, the next question, 9th one, an echo returned in 3 seconds. Time is given as 3 seconds. What is the distance of the reflecting surface from the source given that the speed of the sound? Here speed is given and time is given. you're asked to find the distance, the same old formula. So we know the formula. What is that? V equals to 2D by T. Bringing the T other side, Vt equals to 2D, or D can be written as Vt by 2. So what is the exact formula for D, children? We know the formula for D as D is equals to V into T by 2. Okay, and the value of V itself is given as 342 meter per second. Speed of sound is given as 342 meter per second. Time is given as 3 seconds upon 2. So simplifying this further, you are getting it as 2 goes to 1, 7, 1. So multiplying the 2, how much you are getting, children? 3, 7 3 is 21, 5, 1, 3 meters. Okay, so what is the distance between the echo, distance of the reflecting surface from the source? The answer is 513 meters. The simple formula we need to depend on. Okay, this is the main relation out of which we have derived the formula for D as Vt by 2. And now the next question, that is 10th one. A boy standing 70 meters from a high wall. What is that? What is it given? A wall is given whose height was unknown. So who is here? A boy, and this boy is standing 70 meters from the high wall. So what is the 70? The 70 indicates the distance between the boy and the wall. Claps his hands. After how much time is an echo heard? So what you're asked to find out? You're asked to find out the value of time. So as we know that V equals to 2D by T, T must be equals to 2D by V. Formula for T is 2D by V. So substituting here we have T equals to 2D by V. So what is the value of D given, children? The value of D itself is given as 70 meters, and the speed of sound is given as 350 meters. So simplify this, you get the answer. So here 0 and 0 gets cancelled, 7 goes 5 times, and hence the proper answer will be 2 upon 5. If you simplify further, 2 upon 5 is 0.4 seconds. Okay, so the echo can be heard by the boy after 0.4 seconds. So where is 0.4? So second option must be true, that is 0.4 seconds. Well, the next question, 11th one. A man stands at a distance of 112 meters from a vertical wall. Again, the wall is given. A vertical wall is given. Here is a man. This man stands at a distance of 112 meters from the vertical wall. On blowing a whistle, he hears the echo after 0.7 seconds. What is else given? So this, the value of D is 112 meters. The value of T is 0.7 seconds. You're asked to find the speed of sound. So what formula is there for to calculate speed of sound, children? V is equals to 2D by T. Substituting all those values, we have 2 into value of D is 112 upon time is 0.7. Okay, so in order to remove this decimal, let us multiply and divide with 10. Then it will become 2 into 1120 upon 7. Here I multiplied with the 10, then it became 1120. 0.7 into 10 is 7. So further simplification, the 7 goes 1, 6 jar 42, 0. Okay, so here 2 into 160 is nothing but 320 meter per second. So the correct option must be option number 1, that is 320 meter per second. Okay, children. Well, just simplify. I just removed into 10 into 10. 1120 and this is 7. So simplify that.